Welcome to math. Okay. If you are in room 102, please clap 2 times. If you are in room 104, clap 2 times. If you are in room 206, please clap 2 times. If you are in room 171, please clap 2 times. If you are in room 103, please clap 2 times. Welcome, math people. Okay. We continue with our day. Oh, come to math class. We're continuing with our math unit, measurement and data. We have just 2 days left for this unit. And as we've been doing all week, there's 3 tasks for you to take care of. A survey to give, ask other people, and then some surveys to build, a little bit different, and a survey to interpret. Data is in each of these surveys. Okay, let's take a look at this one. This survey is how many syllables are in your name, and this is a good one to do for a long while. A syllable is a unit of sound, not individual letter sound like t, but it's the sound of one unit, one phoneme that are in words, and your name has syllables in them. For example, the word Steve. Steve has 1 syllable. The word Anna has 2. Anna. It's very connected to the vowel sounds that you also hear. So, for example, in teachers' names, Ms. Confer, show with fingers how many syllables you think you hear in that one. Confer. Confer. Okay. Mrs. Barnes. Mrs. Barnes. Show with fingers how many syllables you think you hear. Barnes. Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones. Show with fingers how many syllables you think you hear in that name. Mr. Jones. Mr. Gallagher. Mr. Gallagher. Show with fingers how many syllables you think you hear. Gallagher. Mr. Gallagher. Miss Shellenberger. Miss Shellenberger. Miss Shellenberger. Miss Shellenberger. Miss Shellenberger. 4. What you're going to do with this is to ask people how many syllables are in your name. Is there 1 syllable like Anne? Is there 2 syllables like Eileen? Are there 3 syllables like Jeremy? Need to think about it. Are there 4 syllables like Victoria? And then you color in the space every time someone tells you a name that has 3 syllables, or 1 syllable, or 4 syllables, or 2 syllables. This is one of those ones to take a while because it'll be interesting to hear the names of people. And if you could see people, you'd ask this, but you don't even have to see people with this one. You can just think of people's names. You can think of your grandma's first name, Evelyn. You can think of your grandpa's first name, like Michael. You could think of aunts, cousins, neighbors, friends, and then you can hear the syllables. Check and clap. Some people put them on, clap it on their arm or their leg. Michael. That's a 2 syllable, so that would get colored right there. This is an interesting one because you don't need other people. You can just think about names. You could even think about names of people in your class and go down the list. And you'd be able to complete the survey with a lot of information in it. Okay, the next one is a new one. This is colorful flowers. Like the supply graph we did the other day, you have to find the flowers. Here's a picture right here that shows kind of a daisy-looking flower. And so what you'll need to do is when you see one up at the top, for example, you see one, put a dot to show that you found that one, and then color in that box carefully for the one that you found. Put a dot on the next one that you see and color that. No, I'm going to switch colors because I like to do patterns. So I'm going to put a green one in that one. You can make each box be different, or you can make them all the same, or you can make a pattern, and then continue as you look for each of those types of flowers. Then there's tulips and daffodils, there's butterflies and bees, and they show you right here, the bees has been done already to help you. Putting a dot on them on the picture helps you remember that you did see that and you counted it already. After you do the survey, finding the data of the number of each of those things, then you have questions. Underlining kindergarten words, and then trying to read the questions or asking someone to help you. And what I like about this one, it's so close to the computation work we will start next week, addition and subtraction, that some of these are addition questions. How many daisies and tulips all together? So you count up the daisies and write the number. You count up the tulips and write the number, and then you add them all up, and you can count the boxes right here or count the flowers and write that number there. Computation, that's coming very soon. I liked this one with that in mind in particular because it's getting our brains ready and warmed up for computation next week. This one is an oldie but a goodie. Tally marks, we know those. Each tally means 1. When we see them grouped like that, that means 5. So you can already see 5, 6, 7. You know that will be one of the questions. How many koalas are there at the zoo? This is a zoo animals graph. Animals at the zoo. Oh, I heard 2 kindergarten words. And then counting your tallies, write them over here. And then kindergarten words, and then trying to read those or asking someone to read them for you. This has both totals as well as comparison, least, more, greatest for some of the questions. 7 questions there. Familiar work like we've done before continues the practice with only 1 day left for data and measurement. And then next week is the big new start for computation. Happy graphing!